Well, we camp is an opportunity that we have as counselors and the staff that's here to get these kids in situations that they're having trouble with their diabetes or their life, and we're able to show them little tricks with control and carb counting and site placement and how to take their shot in their belly for better absorption and just all these little tricks that we kind of just stumble into as we relate with these kids. They're having this problem and that problem, and it's a really fulfilling thing that well, Aaron, if you just did this, you wouldn't have this low. And it's some of these little bitty tidbits are profound things that we're able to shower on these kids that just are, they're really life-changing, kind of life-changing. Their lives become so much easier, and diabetes becomes so much less of a burden. I say diabetes can be a rope around your neck that pulls you wherever it wants to go, or you can take the rope off and you can take it where you want to go. And our job here is to try to give as much information to these kids in an interactive format where they can pull their diabetes where they want to go. And like the speaker that we had this week, if he wants to pull it to the top of Mount Everest on his insulin pump, well, that's what diabetes should be. We should be able to it should be like brushing your teeth, something you just got to do. And it's not something that controls you. And it's just, there's thousands of stories that, over the years that any of the staff members could tell you that are just, you hear next year, you hear, well, you told Jimmy to do this, and it just made such a big deal. It's really, really amazing how that happens. But,
and when the parents come on Saturday and pick up their kids, they know that camp is for the kids, and we know that, but it's also for the entire family, because the difference that these 7 days make in these kids' lives, whether it's giving themselves the shot for the first time or testing their own blood sugar, that really makes a tremendous impact on the entire family. And the parents get emotional. The siblings are there in their support. So it's just an amazing experience to be able to have kids come year after year. They're kids, then they're counselors, then they're directors. It's just an amazing time. It's 1 week, just 1 week. And it makes a world of difference for these kids and for their families. And that's why we're here.
When mom and dad can take their, Susie out to dinner, and they don't have to worry about her eating the wrong stuff. When Susie can say, well, no, I can have this and this and this, but I got to have this much insulin to cover that. Suddenly you can go to a restaurant instead of having this rigid meal plan that you have to have. You can have, Mom, I can have pie. It's 45 grams of carbohydrate in that piece of cherry pie. And that's 4.5 units because I'm 1 to 10. And it's, this kind of stuff we learn and we teach these kids at camp that is just, it's just undescribable how powerful it is. It's a really, really cool thing. And another thing, we were talking earlier, the need that some of these kids have. We experience kids that are just dirt poor. It's amazing how some of these kids have needs, and they come here. They're equal. They're as equal as a pool tabletop, and suddenly they're with kids that are their equal, and we're giving them the same tools. It's just such a huge opportunity. It's amazing. It's really, really amazing.
And the learning impact they get from each other. Teachable moments where, well, I saw Brian give himself a shot. Well, I'm going to do that too. And they really get empowered by their peers and are able to take those lessons home. So it's pretty cool. Pretty good experience.
Oh, well,